programs for all those artists and sort of meet them where they are in their careers. That's something we're really proud of. We're a very generous organization, and we don't have a very specific aesthetic that as an artist, your work must look like this in order to participate in our organization. You can do any kind of artwork. The idea is quality. And even in open studios, that's up for debate. Depending on, every artist is free to do whatever they want in that. So I really think that we have a really nice set of offerings for artists, and we have really been very agile and changed a lot over the years to adjust what artists need in their careers, because it's changed. You know, the art world used to be different. You didn't used to have to have 3 jobs to string together to make a living as an artist. You used to actually be able to get teaching jobs if you wanted to teach. There used to actually be galleries who would sell your work to people with money, and you could actually make money selling your work. Very few galleries now compared to the past. The art market is very different, so art sales are way down compared to what they used to be, unless you're talking about the very high echelon. You know, people who invest to buy art, that's a whole other level. Those people still buy art. They're not buying anything in this gallery. You know what I'm saying? So that's sort of the challenge for us as an organization, but also for all of our artists. So when you're working with emerging artists, it's just kind of a different set of challenges. So we've been working with emerging artists, helping them to go from emerging essentially to established for 30 years. So some of the challenges that relate, and sort of good things and bad things, pros and cons that relate to some of our issues that you guys are going to deal with. Essentially, I think one of our strengths is that we are a really unique organization. I don't know other organizations that offer what we do. Certainly not with the variety of programs that we do. And certainly not for free to the artists and the public in the way that we do. All those programs I said for artists are free to the artists. Every show we put on anywhere is free to the public. So that presents the issue for where do you make money? But it's also part of our mission in serving artists. We have our services, other than the lecture series, which is I think $10 to come to the lecture. Everything else is a free program for artists. So what's coming up in the next? Well, before I finish there, the other thing we're really proud of is the quality of artists that we have. When you look at the fellows who have come through our career development program over the years, and some of the artists in the other programs, they are extremely accomplished. They are some of the best artists in the region and in the country. They are the same artists who are winning Pew Fellowships in the arts. They're the same artists who are winning the West Prize. They're the same artists who are getting Independence Foundation Individual Artist Fellowships. And this might all sound like, what are you talking about? But within the art world, these are very big awards. And they're the biggest awards. A Pew is a $50,000 award. One of our fellows last year got a Pew while he was in the program. Another won the West Prize. The West Prize is a contemporary art collection that purchases artwork from a certain number of artists each year. It's very prestigious. So, point being, we're very proud of the quality of those artists and how their careers build. So there's a lot of visibility for us through their success, I would say. So some of the benefits is we're also around for 30 years. So that's a really good thing. Very few nonprofits, certainly doing what we're doing, have that kind of longevity. So that we've been around a long time. We'll have our 30th anniversary next year, so we're going to have a big celebration for that. We have a big 30th anniversary exhibition planned for March of 2013 at the Woodmere Art Museum. So we're probably going to sync it up with that 30th anniversary. So some of the stuff you're thinking about and involved, I'm going to put it on our current website. We're starting a new website, so that should be helpful. And we also, I believe, we're in the running for a grant that will allow us to start doing podcasts of our lecture series and our artist talks, because every opening reception that we have for the shows here and almost everywhere else, at least through the career development program, we have artist talks. Meaning the artists talk about their work at the opening reception. So this is unusual for opening receptions. Mostly the artist talks is something places do created a mobile phone app for Open Studios for us. So we'd like to utilize that technology more for exhibitions. So we could do virtual exhibitions, use that technology to sort of communicate our exhibitions better. So essentially, in terms of membership, is the first issue. Well, a couple difficulties really quick before we get into the membership. As you can see, that our location here for you guys might have been a little bit difficult to find. We've actually been located here for almost 30 years. The organization started here in someone's apartment. That's why we are located here. This building used to be a hotel, it was apartments, it had a lot of commercial things in it. Now it's a private residence condo building, but that's not what it was before. So we're now the only non-residential thing in this building. The residents do not really like having a commercial entity in the building. And the building will not let us have any signage downstairs to say that we exist here. So why are we here? It's a donated space. So we don't pay any rent to stay here. So when people say, well, why the heck are you still there? That's why. And honestly, it's a pretty good address. And it serves our needs. What we did is for a couple of years ago, we actually did move to a larger space at 15th and Locust, where we did have street level signage, we did have our own door. We were on a lower level, but you could enter us in through our own door. We had signage on the street. So, and our gallery was 3 times the size of this gallery. Our offices were 3 times the size of our offices. We had a shop. There were a lot of good things about it. It was also, unfortunately though, underground. So that was a little funky, you know what I mean? But the gallery space was beautiful, the offices were beautiful, and we had more street level access. We then had, about 2.5 years into being in that space, a sewage main break that basically made it so we couldn't move back into that space. So we shuttled back here and re-inhabited this space.